everybody? Hope everybody is well. Happy summer. Happy summer. Today is the first day of summer. We have a lot going on. I hope everybody had an amazing week so far. What's today, Wednesday? If you know anyone who needs me in here, please share, please tag, please ping. Let's get started. How is everybody feeling? What's going on with everybody? How are you mentally? Where are you? Last time we spoke, I said that God is opening doors for us that will reveal his unconditional love. This was yesterday. I think it was Saturday, Friday. Sometime my days are running together. And I told you to be in expectation mode, be vigilant. This weekend we had a master lesson that we all should have passed, because he doesn't give you a master lesson unless you're ready. And I know that we are all ready. It just depends on how you looked at it, how you went through it. We were supposed to be vigilant this week and still are vigilant this week, because there's so many things that God is trying to release into our lives, and you have to be in position and ready for it. So I just want to ask you guys, where are you? How are you feeling? Have you been paying attention? Have you noticed anything? Doors been opening in your life? Because I know it's here. My digital world, my spiritual world, my natural world, officiants, officials, lawyer, anybody and everything is speaking exactly what is supposed to be spoken over my life. I open up TikTok, boom, someone says something. I scroll through TikTok, boom, somebody else says something about another area. I go to the store and someone says something. It is everywhere. It's everywhere. I hope if you are seeing it everywhere, drop a 1 in the chat, because that's to let you know that you're in sync. Those are synchronicities. Those are God's way of saying you're in the right place at the right time. I told you we will never be in the wrong place, that we are in perfect timing with him. That is how you know where you are. That is how you know you are in the right place, right? Those who looked fear square in the eye this weekend, I gave you tips on how to do that. I hope you're still doing that. The tips that I give you when it's like very, very specific for a day or a moment or a weekend or a week, and it works, don't stop using it. This weekend, I came on for 17 minutes on Saturday. You can go on my YouTube and look up the date. And literally, when I say that was the day he said we were about to pass our master exam, our mastery test, and I showed you how to look fear in the eye. I showed you what to say and what to do. It changed the trajectory of your life. Okay? Those who did it afraid, those who did not shrink, those who said, I will be who I'm supposed to be no matter what. And if I don't, so what? That is the one, those are the ones who literally passed the test. Okay? This weekend, he needed you to do something. I hope you did it. It was purposeful. He put you in a bind on purpose this weekend. Go listen to that YouTube on my go listen to it on my YouTube. It's last Saturday. Whatever you went through last weekend that just passed, God did it on purpose. He put you there on purpose. And he wants you to understand that when I put you in a place, it's for a reason. Okay? All right. Now, let's see. Where are we today? I want to welcome everybody to World Changers with Small and Brown. Mandated to be a defender of humanity and a protector of mankind. And I'm bringing you thought-provoking, mind-shifting wisdom. And I want you to grab a notepad and a pen and prepare for a paradigm shift. So let's see. In my notes, I'm trying to see I'm going to go ahead with what I have for today. There's some things that I had for yesterday, but yesterday I did not come on. So everybody knows that today's the first day of summer. As I said, welcome to summer. Summer's huge. I don't know how many of you pay attention to the cosmos, but the way God works with me, if you're new to World Changers, is he brings cosmic change, and then he has me look it up and see what it sounds like in the earth, what it looks like in the earth. Okay. Summer solstice and winter solstice are huge cosmic moments. It's when the earth changes vibration, frequency. It's when the earth, and don't freak out over those words, go look them up so you can understand what it really means instead of being fed by different people or churches or whoever that those are bad. We're all energy. We are, okay? Your body is made up of energy, okay? So the earth has a certain vibration. The earth has a certain frequency. The earth itself, okay? That's how they measure things. That's how they can stick things in the earth and listen, okay? During winter and summer solstice, it's the longest days, it's the shortest days, it's the brightest days, it's the darkest days. What do I always say? Follow nature. I've said this, if you've been watching and coming on for at least 2 years, I said follow nature. Nature tells you what the spiritual realm is doing. In the winter, the spiritual realm is grooming seeds underground. In the winter, the seeds are burrowing, right? Seeds are underground being germinated and cultivating. And when do they pop up? Right in time, in sync for summer, for spring. Do you think that's by accident? In the fall, they wilt. The leaves fall. It's beautiful in our sight, but it's doing their job. They are in sync, succinct with nature, with the world, right? We're like, oh my God, fall is such a beautiful time in the Northeast because its leaves turn pink. That is their red and yellow. That is their version of dying. Just think of what we were taught. But there's a rhythm to it. And when you pay attention to nature and follow it, you're in sync with God. Now, it is summer, one of the longest days and one of the shortest days of the year. Okay? It's dark sooner. It's halfway point of every year. So right now we want to turn around. What have you done all of 2023? If you've been with me, you put some work in. I'm going to tell you that. If you've been consistent with me, I feel safe saying that if you've been consistently with me, not popping in and out, not here every once in a while, you're actually in the app, you're in the inner courts, or you are constantly on my lives, you've done more in the first half of the year than you've done in your life. And if you turn around, you can see that it has brought you to a certain path, to a certain place. So I want you to turn around and look through January to June. What have you accomplished? What have you broken? Personal development. What have you changed? What have you let go of? What have you added? All of that. How has your life changed? How have things shifted? Things that are brewing, things that are about to manifest, about to be put in your hand, all because your work from January to June. So you got to look back. Every half of the year, we look back. And sometimes we look back in a month, 3 weeks. You have to look back because you got to get clear on what you don't want the rest of the year to look like. You have to look back so that the first part of the year is one, and then the second half, you can tweak it to make sure you hit your goals. A lot of people don't do that. You have to do that, okay? The summer solstice, the summer equinox is the most powerful time for growth, connecting with nature, okay? Summer is renewal, rebirth. Spring is bring forth, rebirth, okay? It's creation. They all represent creating. It's a blank slate before summer starts. The weather gets hotter. The trees. People want to, what do you do for summer? You want to recreate your body so you can fit into that bathing suit. You want to recreate certain things. Your hairstyle changes. You see all the change that happens with when winter comes. What happens? You let your hair get a little thicker, or you put a different style so you stay warmer depending on. Do you see that we flow with nature anyway? It's natural. I want you to flow with it intentionally. The power of intention. Summer is all about creation. Summer is about renewal, rebirth. Summer is about being abundant in nature. Okay? Spring was partner with me so we can create what spring and what the summer is going to look like. Winters, partner with me to drop the seeds so that when spring comes, you can create them by watering this. Do you see the cycle every year? This is a powerful time for personal and spiritual transformation. Hence why everyone is working out for that summer body. Everyone is making sure they have their summer plans. They're traveling. They're trying to see different things. That's what summer makes you want to do. Just like winter makes you want to stay in the house. Winter makes you want to, if you do travel, you're traveling to see snow. You're traveling to see something you haven't seen. Pay attention to nature. Hey. Okay? We are collectively moving into a new reality. I don't know how many of you follow, I think it's called the Schumann resonance. I'm not sure exactly. The things I got. Oh yeah, let's go. A lot of things are shifting. The earth is shedding and the earth is changing. And I think it says it changes every couple of thousand years. And we happen to be on this earth where the earth is changing and raising its own vibration, which is why things are happening, which is why I said 2020 was a historical year. I'm going to scratch that. We are in a historical decade. None of us have been on this earth to where our earth itself has started to shift. Why we're having the disasters that we're having is because earth is purging. Earth itself is raising up its own vibration. I've been talking about a split. I've been telling you guys, you want to stay in a high dimension of love. That is the highest dimension you can be in. This is why I always challenge you, walk in love. Work on your emotions. Work on keeping your emotions high. Why? Because when you fall back into the low level emotions, which is anger, frustration, annoyance, all of those fear-based negative emotions, you're going to stay back. And there's a split that is happening that I've been talking about since last year. And it's been longer than that. I have been sent on this earth. I know my job. I know why I'm here, and I know who I'm here for and who I'm not here for. In 2006, I stumbled on a video in YouTube, and they were talking about the earth splitting then, in 2006. And they said, if you're one who are on here, you're part of the first movers. You're the one that God's going to use to help other people raise their level of elevation and their power in God and how they walk and move with God. Their God identity, their divinity, their authority, walking in his true image. If you are seeing this right now, you are part of the first wave. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Had no idea what it was. Now look, literally 15 years later, I'm literally being used to tangibly help people notice that they are more than just a bank. They are more than just money. They are more than just, I can pray good. You are put on this earth to shift things, to move things. So right now, this moment, if you look up the Schumann resonance, if you look up the vibration of the earth is changing. The powers that be erased what happened over the past couple of days. That's how you know it's truth. That's how you know it's real. But we're too aware. I hate to use the word woke, but we're too aware of what's happening. Now, 10 years ago, they could have erased it. We all would have missed it and been like, oh, there was a glitch in the system. They can't do that anymore. Too many people are paying attention. Literally, it resonated and the entire system just went haywire. Over the past couple of days, how were you feeling? Exhaustion? Tired? I was dehydrated to where I was getting a headache. My husband had those migraines again. My daughter was just off the charts from, I would say, the 16th to the 19th. How were you? How was your body? How was your mind? That's how you know that the earth was shifting, and our body has to shift with it. Okay, I know for some of you this is far out, it's out there. Just trust what God is confirming in your spirit, not what I'm saying. If your body was acting wonkers in the past week and you were like, what the heck, your period was crazy, headaches, dehydration, exhaustion, you slept 8 hours, woke up, felt like you ain't sleep a wink, things like that, that's what you confirm. Dreams were just bananas, so vivid and crazy. Maybe someone tried to stop you in your dream from elevating. I had someone try to put a cage on me as I was going up, and I bust out of it and put the cage on her. Like, just, yes, exactly. Some people said yes, all of that. I most definitely experienced this. That's why the earth itself is purging. When we purge the bad. And we raise ourselves up. The earth does the same thing. The exact same thing. Okay? And don't dismiss your kids. If your kids was acting bonkers this week, my baby was so baby. He's 8 and he was acting like he was 4, clingy. And I was just like, dude, it's hot. Move over. He was like, Mommy, I just want to be on you. It's like 115 degrees here. And you want to hold my hand and sit on my lap, but that was his version of going through it, and I didn't know at the time. And then when I found out, I was just like, oh, okay. So don't dismiss kiddos either. If you you have to choose to go with the flow of God's move right now. It's a lot of change happening. It's a lot of shifting happening. Okay, just go with the flow. Just, if God says go to here, go there. If he says do this, do that. Just go with the flow. Don't resist and just surrender, which means stop resisting. If you don't choose to go with the flow, then realize, hear me. I want you to write this down. If I don't choose to go with the flow, what does that look like? Go to the grocery store at 10. Oh, I'll go at 11. Simple. Pick up the phone call and call Somalia. Oh, I'll call her a little later. Real simple. See how that's not going with the flow? Make sure you do. My son was sleeping a lot. Yes, just random. You're just like, dude, what's wrong with you? Yes, and we chop it up to natural. Oh, maybe he's in a growth spurt. We rationalize. No, nope. So you see how simple we can get out of the flow. Go pray real quick. Okay, I'll pray after I finish writing this. After I finish this text, things like that. That's not going with the flow. I'm not talking about big time obedience and call so and so and pray. No, I'm talking about small things. If you do not choose to go with the flow, if I choose to not go with the flow because you're choosing, I want to make this very clear. If you don't go with the flow right now, this moment, today, going forward, you are choosing to not go. Not, oh, I forgot. No, you didn't. You just said, I'll do this over that. You put something more important in front of what God asked you to do. Simple, small instructions. He said, keep it simple. If I don't choose to go with the flow, realize that I'm purposefully choosing to go against what God's new move on the earth is. I'm going to say that again. If I don't choose to go with the flow, with the simple instructions, simple things, I must realize that I am purposefully choosing to go against God's new move on earth. I need you to write that down and make that an alert. I need you to write that down and make that an alert. In 2 weeks, we will be in a new level, new dimension here on earth. And that's because the earth is even shifting. 2 weeks. Mark your calendars. What is it going to look like? I don't know. How is it going to be? I don't know. What's going to happen? I don't know. Because I don't know your level of intentions. I don't know what you're willing and not willing to do. I only know what I'm willing to do. And I'm willing to be in a whole new place in 2 weeks. I'm willing to be in a whole new mindset in 2 weeks. I told you in February when my alma mater won the national championship, it's all gas, no brakes. I'm putting my sneakers on and I'm running. All you can do is either stay with me, catch up to me, pass me, or you can lag behind. That's on you. That is on you. Okay? But I'm giving you the tips, and I'm giving you in advance what to do, and I'm going to give you exactly what I do. Whatever you do with it is on you. 2 weeks. What date is that? The 5th of July, right? Today's the 21st, the 28th, and then the 5th. Yes. The 5th of July. I want you to mark your calendars. By the 5th of July, depending on me, depending on what I do, depending on how I set my intentions. I went over the power of intention over the weekend. Depending on how I script, how I write, how I speak, how I act, how I react, how I respond. All of that depends on your next 2 weeks. And that's not hard because we've already been practicing this. Hey, don't react. Respond. Take your time. Slow to speak. Slow to listen. Quick to listen, slow to speak. Excuse me. Do not react. Do not let anyone interrogate you. Do not let anyone make you fall from walking in love. Do not let anyone bring anger. Do not let anyone make you argue. Do not let anyone take you out of character. Do not let your kids take you out of character. For those who are married, those who are moms, do not let your spouse take you out of character. These are all the things we've worked on. They're all going to come back in one big test. Can you walk in love when you're upset? When you don't get what you want? Can you do for others how hard you go for you? Don't exactly. Sums up. Don't take the bait in the next 2 weeks. I've told you that. Someone says something to you, you can take the bait and wrap it around 2 weeks from now. On the 6th, let them have it. Don't do it before the 5th. Don't do it. Don't take the bait. Don't walk in the fence. Literally look at that question and be like, if I answer, what is it going to do? I literally say to myself, I've worked too hard. I know this is on the line. I know this is on the line. Is this argument worth this? Is me dropping from walking in love, I feel great right now, to getting annoyed, is it worth my blessings that are right around the corner? Nope, I'm not doing it. You can have it. You can fuss me out, cuss me out. I don't care what you do. You're not going to be used as a kingdom agent on this earth to make me lose my blessings. Not worth it. Nobody and nothing is worth it. I don't care what you got to do, but you better dig deep and don't let nobody move you from your set place this week and next week. 2 weeks. Okay? 2 weeks, we will be in a new level, new dimension here on earth if you do everything I just said. And they're not new things. We've been practicing it. I told you, we practice finishing. We practice movement. We practice not reacting. We practice responding. You can't just not do things. You have to practice it. What do you think we've been doing since January? That's how God works with me. He makes me practice these things, and then I have a test. And I'm not the only one. I just know what he has me practicing. He's been making us practice walk in love. We are going to have the ultimate test of love. He's been having us practice walking in responding. He's going to make us go through a test to respond. He's been having us practice declaring things even when our face is in the mud. Declaring that it's not mud, it's cake. He's been having us deliberately say the opposite of what we're seeing. Why? Because we're going to go through a test that what we see, and we're going to have to be able to dig deep and say it's not what we see. Yes, keep me for the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks, July 5th. All I need you to say is, I'm not taking the bait. I'm not taking the bait. I want my house. I want my husband. I want my wife. I want my marriage to get better. I want my kids' life. I want my increase. I want my promotion. I want my influence. Whatever it is you want. When that person tempts you, when that demonic entity tempts you, when you have a dream of temptation, don't skip your dream life. Don't let someone tempt you and you argue with someone in your dream, wake up being like, I was finally getting it off my chest. You better repent, because that counts too. Next 2 weeks, do not let anybody move you from the higher dimension of walking in love. You got to be able to control your temper and your emotions. And if you know what you want and that's not enough to make you not pop off at the mouth, and if you do, you guys, because we're not perfect, because I already feel some people getting anxious and walking in fear because it's like, oh my God, I'm going to mess up. repent. Live a lifestyle of repentance, which is what I harp on. As soon as if you do pop off, oh my God, in the middle of it, like my son, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Been working on telling the truth, and he gets in trouble a lot for not telling the truth. So on his birthday, the day after his birthday, had an amazing day, had this big old ceremony, all kind of stuff for him. He wakes up and I'm like, did you do your homework? Yep. Did you your homework, your work for summer. Because they can't touch any device or anything until work is done. And he goes, yep. I said, oh, okay. So I pulled out my computer to check. And I said, what'd you do? He goes, oh, I didn't do my math. I do need to do that. I said, okay. So then I said, well, what did you do? He goes, I'm sorry, I lied. I didn't do it. That's not normal. Normally he will stand 10 toes deep. I did it. Even though I'm pulling out the computer to check him, up until I pull it up, then he'll say I didn't. Like he will stand in his lie. Even with me pulling up the computer, he will still lie. Then I'm logging in, he will still lie until I open it up. No, mommy, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Yes, whatever day this was, he literally, as I opened up the computer, I didn't do it, Mom. I lied. I'm sorry. That's growth. And I told him that. He didn't get in trouble. That's God. I'm a mother. God is far more gracious than me. Way better parent than any of us could ever dream of, right? And if I was willing to be like, well, thank you for telling the truth. You learned your lesson because you told me sooner. I see the progress. Before you would stand 10 toes owning it, thinking like I'm going to just stop because you're telling me it is, even though I got eyes and I want to see it for myself. I saw the growth. That's all God wants, is to see the growth. So if you mess up, be like my son and quickly repent and be like, oh, I'm sorry, God, I just lied. Oh, I'm sorry, God, I just stole. Oh, I'm sorry, God, I just cheated. Oh, I repent, God. And honestly mean it and keep it moving. So don't be afraid in these 2 weeks either. Oh, yes, repentance is absolutely vital. So true. It's test time. Started for me last night. Now I understand what. Yes. So I'm glad you hopped on this morning. Yes, to give you. That's why I say, don't listen to what I say. I'm just human, just like you. Listen to your confirmation in your spirit of what I say and the reinforcement of what I say. Like she said, it started last night, and she was, you see, she didn't understand it, but now she's like, this makes sense that this test is here. That's what I bring you guys. I bring you information to confirm take what resonates. And if the rest doesn't, leave the rest. And what I'm good for is I'll hear someone speaking and I'll be like, I'm gonna put that on a shelf because that, I don't think I need to touch that right yet. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know enough about it, but it sounds interesting. And I put it on the shelf. And I'll be like, God, bring that back when I'm supposed to. And he'll bring it back when I'm supposed to. I don't dismiss it because I don't know what he wants me to know. Those that know me, where he sends me. I can't dismiss nothing, okay? Because if I dismiss it, then I'll be ill prepared and not prepared when I go into a place, and then I want to be kicking myself because I knew I should have studied the word that I heard. So someone else said, my son woke up from his dream repenting. There you go. See? Yeah, this is that. Yes. Repent if you fall short quickly, and don't stay there. Pick yourself up and keep it moving. Now, I need you to look around and see what's life changing. Things are changing. Okay. Many movements, many new locations are opening up. Opportunities are opening up. Places, things, people being removed from your life, people being added to your life. You're finding new people, completely changes it, total revamp of your career, totally going left. If you were a teacher, now you're a singer. Like, I mean, stark differences. That's what summer does. You're also cutting ties with toxic family members. You're leaving family members, removing family members. And if the crazy thing is you're not doing it, God's doing it. Okay? Look around and see what has been life altering lately. That'll be a telltale sign of where God is shifting and maneuvering right now. You choose right about now. You are choosing if you want to go through this evolution with humanity, with the earth, or stay behind. Because this shift is not just you. This is a collective shift. The earth is shifting, you guys. The earth is shifting. The earth is purging. That's not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence. Okay? You have to be mindful of what he gave us: the earth, the stars, to pay attention to, not to worship. They have signs. They tell us things. We don't worship it, and we don't speak to them over our God. But he uses them. He said it. I mean, the moon was in the very beginning in Genesis to light up the night sky. The sun, the brighter side, the brighter part of the sky. So pay attention to when they have something to say. Just don't worship them. And don't make them your God. But pay attention. As we enter into summer, today is the first day of summer. There's a reason. Now, as we connect with this first day, because we're acknowledging it's the first day, we are moving in the natural balance, natural rhythm of God. Because many of you have been with me since Arise. And ever since being with me since Arise, and we've always honored all these things. Every new moon, there's a new moon. Is it new moon? Hold on, let me double check. The new moon was just, this weekend. That means it's a new month. We've honored all of these things because it's in the word. Your life has changed because you're reconnecting with the rhythm of and the cadence of the earth. Your body changed. Your mindset has changed. You've gone through powerful personal and spiritual transformations because of it. And now it's even more intense because the earth is now shifting. And I'm going to tell you, we are all in these next 2 weeks going to be like bamboo. If you don't know about bamboo, I need you to go research it. Bamboo takes about 5 years, maybe 5 to 7 years to grow. Bamboo is strong as all get out, right? Bamboo is an amazing tree plant. I don't even know what it's considered. It takes 5 years to nurture it. It's kind of like potatoes. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, Faith Like Potatoes. You should watch it. It's really good. But bamboo does everything underground. You don't see no seedling. You don't see a tree stump. You don't see no roots. Can you imagine watering? I have some plants, and when I water them and I don't see nothing, I'd be like, did it die? What happened? Imagine a old bamboo plant tree. 5 years you're watering, you're feeding, you're talking to the dirt. It does all its deep work underground. Sound familiar? Without any sprouting or sign of growth for 5 years, you guys. What did Usain Bolt say? For 4 years, I train and I sacrifice for 10 seconds, 9 seconds. He doesn't know if he's going to win the Olympics, but for one moment in time, for 10 seconds, he trains for 4 years. You can't see it because everything is underground. And then all of a sudden, within 5 to 7 years, it shoots up. It doesn't trickle up, you guys. It shoots up. So that's like a tree coming in, and all of a sudden you look and it's nothing. Then you see a nub, and then it's 10 feet tall. And I'm not exaggerating. Do your research on bamboo. All of a sudden it shoots up. Within 5 weeks, it is full grown and mature. Do you know how tall trees get when they're mature? Think about that. We have entered in today. If you honor everything that I have told you, what God showed me is you are in your bamboo moment if you honor the instructions that I've given you today. He said 2 weeks. That's 2 out of the 5. You got 3 weeks left with the bamboo being mature. Where does that put us? August, maybe? July 21st, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The end of July. Because July has 5 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4. July 26th. Fully grown. Fully mature. This is our bamboo moment. This is us tapping into our ancient pathway and what's written in our books with a shift. He is shifting our walk. And only God can do that. The enemy has shifted our walks and his timelines. We've been on his demonic timelines way too long, back and forth, back and forth. We are shifting and we're permanently staying. 5 weeks. All of a sudden, you're going to shoot up and be mature in whatever, your house, your business. What should have taken you? What should have taken you years is going to take you moments. Okay? But you got to believe that. You've heard it before. You've heard it before. This isn't new at all. So, just real quick, what is the story of the bamboo? The Chinese bamboo story teaches that parents should remain patient while teaching their children values. This will help inoculate patience in the child as well. Parents should not have high expectations from their children at an early age, as it will put pressure on the kids. That's one part of it. The Chinese bamboo tree teaches us success lessons on patience, faith, perseverance, growth, and development, and most surprisingly of all, human potential. Let's see. In the 5th year, the Chinese bamboo tree, look at how, see, I didn't even say how many feet because I wasn't sure. Listen to this. In the 5th year, no growing, no sprouting, nada, nothing. In the 5th year, the tree will grow almost 90 feet within 2 months. Hearing this, the man became stunned. He asked, okay, let me open this and see. I'm telling you, do your research on bamboo. You are in your bamboo moment. But it's not going to be a bamboo moment if you don't believe it, if you don't expect it. If you have to ask how, when, and where, and what am I? No, just move in it. Just flow in it. Let go of the how. Stop asking questions that don't concern. That's not your business. All you do is stay in position. All right. So the hermit told him, what happened? It just kicked me out. Nope. It means I'm supposed to read it. All right. Or maybe. So the hermit told him the Chinese bamboo story. He showed the man. Hold on one second. Let me see how much he wants me to read because it just kicked me all the way out. Nope, we're not doing that. Do you see the 2 plants there? The fern and the Chinese bamboo? The man nodded yes. Hermit then told him that he had planted the seeds of both the plants together. He said, I took proper care of the both plants. I gave them the required food, water, sunlight, and fertilizer. But the fern grew quickly within a short period, but the bamboo did not. The man was confused and asked the hermit why it was so. The hermit nourished the bamboo, and the hermit continued, I nurtured the Chinese bamboo for 4 years, but nothing happened. There was no sign of growth, but I did not give up on the tree and continued to nurture it. In the 5th year, the Chinese bamboo tree grew almost 90 feet tall within 2 months. Hearing this, the man became stunned. He asked the hermit, so nothing happened in the bamboo tree seed for the first 4 years, but it grew to a shocking height only in a few months. How is that possible? The hermit laughed and explained to the man that the little bamboo tree was using all the nourishment to grow below the soil and to develop its strong root system that would help it grow tremendously tall. The Chinese bamboo developed a strong foundation to help sustain itself in its later years. The fully grown Chinese bamboo tree. The hermit then asked the man, do you now understand why you should not give up on your life? The man finally learned his lesson that all his struggles were building his foundation for a better life. He thanked the hermit and left the forest to start his life afresh. Hidden messages in the bamboo story. The Chinese bamboo story is full of powerful life lessons. It teaches you patience, perseverance, persistence, faith, growth, and that every person has potential. Just like the Chinese bamboo develops its strong roots to survive in the future, you must also keep working hard and build a solid foundation to achieve success. The Chinese bamboo story also teaches that you must not give up in a difficult situation. Instead, you should keep working on yourself, and your strong character will ultimately help you overcome the challenge. The Chinese bamboo story asks you to have faith in your potential, even if you feel that your progress is slow as compared to others, or if you are failing too many times, have patience. One day, your hard work and persistence will finally make you fulfill your dreams. So, this is our bamboo moment, okay? I just needed y'all to understand what I was saying. I needed y'all to understand that exactly. Super powerful. Bamboo literally does nothing and then it shoots up 90 feet, you guys. I knew it was something crazy. That's why I was like, I ain't even 5 or 10 feet in 5 weeks. Nah. That's why I said nothing and I looked it up. 90 feet into. Do you know how long it takes a regular oak tree to grow 90 feet? Okay. This is our bamboo moment. So I need you to make that an alert. I need you to make a bamboo tree, put it somewhere you about and make it your right track sign. Every time you see a bamboo, you're gonna start to see it everywhere. Good. Those are synchronicities. Those are if you don't see a bamboo tree, someone post a bamboo tree, someone talking about a bamboo tree on YouTube, you driving down and your son or your daughter says, look at that. And you're like, oh, that's a bamboo. Because you know in the US, it's far few in between where you see it. If you're not seeing it daily, you've shifted timelines. Hear me. If you're not seeing bamboo in your digital world, in your natural world, in your sleep world, you're not on the right path. That is your right track sign. This is our bamboo moment. And you have the purpose in your heart. God, as long as I'm on track for these next 5 weeks, I will see a bamboo a day. And if I'm even doing better, I'll see, because I'm that person. Sometimes I'm an overachiever and things like that. If I'm doing great at it, I want to see bamboo every time I open up TikTok. If I'm doing amazing at it, I want to see it in TikTok, and I want to drive by somebody's house and see a bamboo tree, or go to the grocery store and they trying to sell me a bamboo tree in that little bowl that they have. See what I'm saying? I haven't seen that in ages. That's how I do it. That's just me though. I go overboard because I want to make sure that I'm seeing bamboo, or someone's going to give me a bamboo plant randomly. That is the ultimate. Oh, you're in the pathway. You're dead in the middle of the pathway with no chance of shifting. That's how I speak, because I know what I need and I know where I need to go. Okay? So, this is our bamboo moment. Now, what time is it? All right. So now we have time to do our exercise. Let me pull up my notes. So, summer solstice is today. Just like we did spring equinox, summer solstice is huge. We already talked about that. What I want you to do is grab your notepad and we're going to write. I want you to go to July 26th. That's 5 weeks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. July 26th. And I want you to write in reverse. I want you to write past tense what happened. Okay. I want you to go all the way to July 26th after the 5 weeks. And I want you to write script. For those of you who know how to script, you know how to script. I want you to write what happened with a happy ending. The 5 weeks. Your sprouting time. The deep roots that just sprouted out of nowhere. I want you to do that. Get your notebook. I'm going to turn some music on. Anybody have any questions? I want you to label this one. Put the date. Put the time. It's 9:08 Central Time. It's June 21st. Right? 6:21. So that you can read it. Any questions before I turn on the music? Because this one's probably going to be for the next 10 minutes, if not longer. Everybody understand what we're doing? Let me see what the comments. He gave me a word this morning while I was in Zoom, in the room, Zoom. And then he confirmed it by showing me 222 and then 444 driving by mailboxes I pass every day, and they just popped out and caught my eye one after another. Crazy, because how close can a mailbox 222 be to 444? Look them up in the Hebrew Concordance and it'll tell you exactly what he's trying to tell you. 222 is very powerful in the Hebraic Concordance. I forgot what it means. I feel like it means watcher, but I'm not sure. So look it up. Look it up. Okay. No questions on any platform. So we're ready to go. Yes, understand the assignment. All right. So let me find some music real quick. And then I'll set the timer. And we are going to write backwards. Past tense is already happened. This is yours. You are living in it. You are walking. This is yours. Do you hear me? The end of the 5 weeks. So today we put the date that we're doing it. But when you write, I want you to start off, July 26th. I can't believe I made it. You see where I'm going? And then whatever else you've been taught about scripting, put it in there. I'm going to set the timer. We're going to do 10 minutes. Ready? I'm going to turn up the music and go. Do we need more time? We have 2 minutes left. Drop a 1 in the chat if you need more time. Drop a 1 in the chat if we need more time. Just a few more. Okay. All right. This is our bamboo moments. If you're just now logging in, I advise you to go back and listen to this one from the beginning on YouTube. It's on there live. It will not be on Clubhouse. You have your instructions. 5 weeks. 5 weeks, you guys. I would advise you to read what you wrote or write it often. I feel like it's already July 26th and I'm walking there, and that's exactly where you need to stay. We wrote it so that, remember, your mind doesn't know what's real or fake, and this is why we do this in this community. You want this to feel real. You want it to feel like it's already July 26th. 5 weeks, you guys. Bamboo moment. 90 feet in 2 months. That's August. That's August. But you have to believe it. You have to expect it. And then what I taught you this weekend, like I said, go back and listen to what I taught you this weekend. Stare it in the face. Take those steps and do it. Take the steps from Saturday. It was Saturday's word. I hopped on real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Or if anybody has it, if you can just pop it in there. Let's see. Live. 2 days ago. What's today? Wednesday. Thursday. Wednesday. Tuesday. Monday. Tuesday. Would this have been 6 days ago? Let's see. My days are all running together. No. It would have been 4 days ago. So it's this one. Here we go. So I'm going to add this one and I'm going to post it here on Clubhouse. I want you to watch it. It was all of 17 minutes, if that. Let me make sure. It wasn't long. No, then it couldn't have been that one because that one says hour and 23. So it had to be this one. All right. It wasn't long because I had an appointment and I hopped in and I spoke real quick. Hopefully it's this one. If not, you guys can check out under the podcast. June is June's Justice is yours. Let me see. That is the one where, yeah, it says 2 days ago, but it don't feel like 2 days ago. Saturday is a lot longer than 2 days ago, but here we go. If you didn't get to listen to it, I'm posting it now. I gave strict instructions for that moment, but that doesn't mean you can't walk in it. Before we go, get your Chariots of Cards for out. Your Chariots of Fire cards out. Get them out. And we're going to go ahead and send the angels, right? Don't forget, that is still relevant. Do not forget, get your Chariots of Cards out because that is absolutely still 100% relevant. Okay? Now, I'll put the music on. We'll do 2 minutes. And then we'll be out of here. I said we're going to do that often because that has transformed a lot of you guys' lives. If you don't have that card, drop a 1 in the chat if you want it. And then I can go from there. If you do not have your Chariots of Fire resource cards, drop a 1 in the chat. If you have it, pull it out. And I'm going to set the timer and we will go. All right, so let me get that. For those of you who have your cards already, pull them out. I'm going to set the timer and follow the instructions and anything else he may give you. Okay? Ready? Go. We are using our Chariots of Fire angel card, resource cards, to dispatch our Chariots of Fire angels right now. So if you have the card, pull it out. No problem. Pull it out and follow the instructions on the resource card. Yes. For those who don't have the card, I'm about to grab that YouTube link quickly, and I'm about to post the link to where you can get your Chariots of Fire card. But for those of you who have your card, go ahead, dispatch your angels right now, according to the instructions that he gave us maybe 3 weeks ago now. Let me find that card for you. If you need I'm telling you, these cards, I still use them, and I'm going to use, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to use this card probably all year. I'm just being real. What he gave us, this has transformed my life. Okay? If you do not have these cards, they will transform your life. There's the link on YouTube. The link is on Clubhouse. Get these cards. They give direct instructions. We had a 7-day turnaround. If you go on my YouTube, you can hashtag, look it up by hashtag 7 days for a turnaround. Okay? Oops. All right, you guys. Have an amazing day. Any questions, you know how to reach me, executive.assistant@somalibrown.com. You guys enjoy your day. We'll be back again tomorrow. This live in this room is closing in 3, 2, and 1.